Hi, I'm Edie Dulkey, publisher of Waterfront Life, and today I have with me someone who is 4 out of 5 generations working in a family business. Go ahead and say hello.
Hi, I'm Sheryl Cook. I'm co-owner and president of Tom Cook Jeweler in downtown Daytona Beach and a proud sponsor of an advertiser in Waterfront Life.
Thank you. So Cheryl, what's your story? Your family has been doing this for a long time, and you're well known in town. Your family name is well known. But tell us a little bit about how you decided to get involved with your family business.
Well, my sister and I are fourth generation, and we started in 1892 in Columbus, Georgia, and moved to Daytona Beach in 1947. So when we were growing up, I think I was probably 5. My sister and I started in the business we were both making bows at the time, and we would be paid a penny a bow. And it was the old-fashioned machines that went back and forth, and you did this little thing, and then you tie it off, and you cut it, and then you'd go to the next one. Well, I think probably Vicki and I spent more time, I know I did, counting the money that I would be making instead of making more bows to make more money. And then we were allowed, it was Saturdays, usually we did this, that we would walk down to the Crystal and the movie theater down on Beach Street, and we would go in and get a soda and a hamburger at the time, and then go to the movie theater. And then back in those days, the early 60s, we were able to walk back holding hands and go back to the jewelry store and do more work and make more bows on Saturdays. So that's kind of how we got started. And then I continued working. Once I got a car, I would drive and deliver packages to the brides. We used to have a lot of bridal business in the store. And then I would deliver presents to husbands for their wives, or birthday presents or whatever. That was just kind of a way that I worked during high school to continue working in the business and see what I really liked about it.
Awesome. Well, I hate to bring this up, but it's just this time in the world. How are you doing, and how has everything gone in the face of COVID-19?
It's been a very interesting time, to say the least. On March 27th, we decided to close down that Friday afternoon when we were determined that the state said we were not an essential business. So we let our 10 family team members go and said that we would originally pay them for 2 weeks. And then after that, they would need to file for unemployment. Well, as we saw the unemployment fiascos kind of on the websites, we decided after week 2 that we would come back for week 3 and pay the staff again, which is with their full benefits and their salaries. We just have a great team. Some of them have been with us for 23 years. The least have been, I think they're going on their 3rd year. This June, I am celebrating my 40th year in the business. So it's a family of team members that we have. So then during the month of April, we did apply for the PPP. And so the office manager and I were down there quite a bit trying to get all the forms together off the computers and upload them and go through the bank. And then we also had gotten back a lot of repairs from the ROLEX service center. So we worked down there. I did, especially in April, and we were allowed people to come in. They would call, give us a credit card. We would we would do curbside service, and we would have their package already done. There was no signing of anything. We would go to the car and drop it off, and then they would leave. So we did a lot of that. And then we had anniversaries, and people would text me on the phone, "Are you open by appointment? Or is there any way that you can help me? My anniversary's tomorrow." And so we were going down every week to get our mail anyway. And so then it ended up like every 2 days. And we were able to do about 1/3 of our business normally in the month of April with being completely shut down. So that helped out a lot. And finally, on the week of ending in May 1, we had the cleaning staff come in and sterilize and clean the whole store. We had the carpet person come in, and they sterilized the carpet and everything like that. And then we had been buying supplies. So that Friday the 1st, we brought the team all back and we had a meeting. And then we continued, we cleaned every piece of jewelry again, every element, we disinfected. And so we would be ready to open up on the 4th of May, which we did. Currently, we have masks available at the front of the store for whoever would like them if they do not have one on themselves. We have hand sanitizers every 6 feet on the counters for everybody to use whenever they want to. If anybody wants gloves, we have those also. Every time a piece of jewelry is tried on, it is sterilized and cleaned and then put back into the cases. We also have a little trunk that we use a or UV light on, and so that also sterilizes the jewelry. We take hand wipes to the doors, the doorbells after everybody comes in and leaves. So that's constantly being wiped down, so that is sterile when the next person comes to the door. And we've just taken all the precautions. The staff is all wearing masks. Our temperatures are taken every morning when we come in, just to make sure if anybody is feeling sick, they are not allowed to come into the store of our staff. And everybody was just so glad to come back. They took really good care of themselves and are really washing our hands thoroughly. We're all kind of like, boy, we need more cream on them, but we're doing whatever we can to protect our team and protect our loyal customers that have been with us we're in our 128th year in the family business. So it's really important to us to still be open. A lot of people, there's still love out there. We've done a lot of engagement rings lately, and we've done watches, and we've got some graduation presents, and Mother's Day was big for us. So we're just glad that our customers are back, that we're back open, and we're doing whatever we can to help them.
That is, what you're doing is very impressive. So you already said the Rolex word, but I will remind everyone that you are the authorized Rolex dealer. But go ahead and just, what makes Tom Cook Jeweler special, and what separates you from the other jewelers in town?
I think things is that we are a 5-generation family. My niece is in the store, Ashley. She's been in, I think, now for 12 years. And so we brought in all different kinds of age of customers. I think what's interesting that our whole family, for all the 5 generations, is believe that customer service is where you stand out. And our family believes that it's our name that's on the door. And so we instruct all of our employees that this is our store and you're a team member of that store. So we really need you to take it with pride also. And we do whatever we can extra for our customers as far as customer service. We do a lot of deliveries. We do shipping. We do have our website that you can order online, and that we will, if you get it by 3 o'clock, we get it out that day. Free shipping to them right now, just trying to welcome everybody back. We've done curbside service. We do have open accounts for people. We use financing, but customer service and giving back to the community that has supported us in Daytona Beach since 1947 has just always been our family motto, that we're pleased that we have 4 generations of people that we have waited on in our families. And that's exciting, because that's kind of what puts us apart, that there's always, usually, unless we're at a jewelry convention or something, a family member in the store, which is great, with my sister and I co-owning the store, and then our niece being there part-time. So it's just giving back and being the best that we can be. We try and carry a lot of lines that we try every year to find new lines that are in a different price point. So we have a lot of self-purchases with customers. We're a big Rolex dealer. We've been a Rolex dealer for over 50 years, so we're very proud of that. They've been closed for 2 months, and we're ready to get back open, that's for sure, with them starting to ship us more watches and be able to move on and fill special orders that we have now. But just going above and beyond. We gift wrapped. We always just try and make the customer feel the best. We love the wow effect that customers are given when they get something special from Tom Cook Jeweler.
Well, I know that you grew up watching your dad and your grandfather
Right.
do this, but what's Cheryl's favorite aspect of this business? What do you love the most?
Well, it's real funny because my dad went out in 1995 with cancer, and he went out with stage 4. And my dad was always one that kept things in his mind, and he didn't necessarily write notes out and things like that. So when he was out and I took over as president back then, I had to learn a lot. I had my dad and my grandfather had always taught me things, but I had to learn a lot and try and do things differently from a female perspective than from a male perspective. And back then, when I took over, there weren't a lot of female owners in the stores. And so it was kind of a neat barrier to break. And my mother had always been a very influential person in the volunteer business and with Easter seals all of her life. And so, well, all of my life at least. And so that kind of was new ways to do it. But I think the fun part is we just had some customers get engaged, and we worked with the male, and he picked out what he wanted. And then he went and proposed that night. He had brought his father-in-law into the store to let it also be seen before he did it. Well, the next day he got engaged. He put a video out on it on Facebook and tagged us. And then the next day he came in and had us introduce him to his fiance. And it was so exciting how she was. And they just explained everything. And they did this video that was just so cool. And we got him to come into our store from a referral who the customer of ours that believes in us so much came and brought him in that first day. So that's what makes it wow. And she was so excited. And then she told us the whole story. The idea that people have come in, the first day we had a new customer come in, again, from a referral of a family friend and a customer of ours. And we redid her engagement ring as a complete surprise to her. She had lost, the stone had fallen out of her ring, and he wanted to update it for her. So that was so much fun. The wow factor of during COVID, he and I were texting back and forth as, when are you going to be open? And this is what I need. And this is the date. Well, he gave it to her when it was done early, 3 weeks early. And then he was going to give it to her for Mother's Day, and then gave it to her like on that Thursday when he picked it up. And I'm out walking in the neighborhood and I get a text. She cried. She loved it. She screamed, "Thank you so much for making us so happy." And that's what it's about, that we have such close relationships, and it's fun, and just hearing the stories.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Sheryl. What's something that your customers might not know? Just something about you, or what you hobbies, or anything that might help us get to know you a little bit better.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, charity of choice is Easter Seals. We give to so many others and involved with so many others, but that's our family of choice. My mother had been the national president and had traveled all over the United States when I was growing up. So it was just right away, I wanted to get involved with Easter Seals. My dad had started a golf tournament. In fact, unfortunately, due to COVID, it's just been postponed. It was the 40th Rotary Easter Seal Golf Tournament for the Daytona Beach Rotary Club. And so we were having a watch raffle. So I decided that since I've been very active and worked on this tournament for 40 years, giving back, that we would donate a Rolex watch. And we did have the raffle, and it was on a Zoom meeting and stuff like that. And that was a lot of fun. So 4 years ago, when Easter Seals had come to me, they wanted me to be an honorary co-chairman representing Easter Seals with Lesa Kennedy and Rusty Wallace representing NASCAR and DIS. So I said, sure, I can raise money for Easter Seals. That's not a problem. I've done that all my life. I've been involved with them. Well, about a month or so later, I hadn't really paid attention. And then they told me that, no, that meant going over the edge was rappelling off of the EMSA building 108 feet down the building, all tied up and connected to ropes. And I said, oh, no. I didn't agree to that. I am scared to death of heights. And they went, oh, yes, you did. And I never watched any of the videos that they showed doing it because I said, I'm petrified. I can't do this. So for about 5 months, well, all this is going on and I'm raising money, still not sure what's going to happen. And we end up getting these suits that are fire suits, like from racing, that the crew members wear. And it said Over the Edge and Easter seals on it. And then it said our name on the belt. So it said Rusty, Sheryl, and Lesa. I said, so is that when we're on the ground and you need to identify which one of us is who? And they started laughing. And I said, I don't think I can do this. And sure you can. And Rusty and Lesa are both, oh, we all can do it, blah, blah, blah. So I got up there, and as I'm all tied up and I'm getting ready, and they go, now don't look down. And I said, oh no, I won't. And then they said, well, back up your feet slightly. And of course, out comes a little swear word because I looked straight down 108 feet and went, oh no. So the poor man is trying to just relax me, that's holding me and telling me how to go down, and got all the ropes with him. And I said, I just have a question. I said, I've had 7 upper body surgeries, including shoulders. And do you think I'm gonna be able to do this? And the look on his face was so priceless, like, oh, and oh, sure you are, lady. Sure you are, Cheryl. We can convince you this. And I went, no, okay. So I've used that because I've gone down 2 more years. I've gone a total of 3. I said 3 and done is that for me. I've been the top fundraiser for the NASCAR Foundation and Easter Seals doing it, that I've been proudly doing it, and raised over $45,000. So I'm just super excited in those 3 years. But my body doesn't recover quite as fast as it used to.
Yeah.
So I've said 3's done.
Well, I knew the end of the story was you did do it, and on top of that, you were the #1 fundraiser. So that's just amazing. Back to business. What advice do you have for any potential customer that maybe has not visited your store, or has visited your store and is interested in either Rolex, diamond? And I might mention, I personally have shopped at your stores for some very reasonable gifts. And when I say reasonable, I can find something in the $50 realm very easily that is just beautiful, especially with that Tom Cook jeweler bag. It's very impressive. But what advice would you have?
I think that we try and make everybody feel comfortable and safe. As I said, because of the COVID, we have gone to a lot more extreme details of keeping everything clean and sparkly. If people feel like they would like to shop on the website, they are welcome to do that and get ideas. We do a lot with video calls also on our own personal cells to help out customers and send them pictures and different things so they can see. If they want to make an appointment, especially for Rolex to come in or a diamond, they could go into the diamond room, and it's only then the one person and the team member that's with us, or if they have a couple. So there's room that they can also do that. We feel like we have somebody that's knowledgeable in all of the subjects. A lot of the staff and team members are, because they've been with us so long, knowledgeable in all of them. But if somebody is feeling more comfortable with a man versus a female or whatever, we're very happy. We're never been on commission in our store. So we tag team a lot and have the customer feel the best that they want to do. We give advice when it's asked. And we're a pretty open store that just, you have a buzzer on the front door and you have to ring the bell on the back for security. But other than that, you're welcome to come in and try things on and get other advice. We're fit budgets a lot. We'll have somebody come in, especially like with these diamond sales or things. Well, I want to spend this, and we'll try and get the biggest bang for their buck and get in different stones for them to look at, get in different mountings for them to look at. And it's easy, just, well, let it be so that they can have a good choice to make the best decision they want to. We try and educate them, and yet also it's the wow factor and it's the romance of a diamond. It's not just necessarily the 4 C's. There's just a lot about, and we always ask, how are you going to present it? And just share your stories with us. So we try and just share ours, and we ask them to kind of give us ideas of what we can do and help with gift ideas.
Excellent. So remind everyone how they can find you.
We are at 150 South Beach Street, which is south of International Speedway. We are right next to Angel and Phelps Chocolate Factory, so you can always go in and take a tour and come out with a sample. We are on the internet at tomcookjeweler.com. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. So we're easy to find, and you can call us at 255-1468, and we'll be glad to help you. Again, it's 150 South Beach Street in beautiful downtown Daytona Beach.
Excellent. Cheryl, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being a sponsor with Waterfront Life.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it, and I love Waterfront Life, and all your publication is fabulous. Read it from cover to cover. It's so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.